I haven't showered since getting home from the gym, so I figured it's a perfect time to be stinky and talk about an anime I just finished. I played Cyberpunk when it first dropped. Hold up. Time out. I had this bitch pre-ordered. Wait. The first time I played Cyberpunk was on the PS4. Not a PS4 Pro either. The base fucking PS4. I played this shit with all. I have the cover thing. I have all the pre-order bonus shit. I also time out just to show that I am more than qualified of speaking about this. I also, he's a little dusty because he's in one spot now, have a Johnny Silverhand figure. I was such a huge fucking fan of this universe before. Oh my god, wait a minute. You could just see me yapping here. I made a whole background for it. Before it collapsed. I had to deal with the bitching, the moaning, the this game's trash. I had to deal with watching it get pulled from shelves. Everything. I had waited fucking forever for this game. Delays. Everything. And then it comes out and it's the biggest piece of shit I had ever played. It crashed all the time and everything, and yet I still somehow fell in love with that game. And I have yet to beat it since it's gotten better. I know it's on version 2 now, so like it's definitely a much more different. I know the whole perk system's been different. They actually added shit to the game. I'm currently replaying it for the first time since I beat it multiple years ago. I think it released 2021. Hold up. December 10th, 2020. So 5 years ago almost. I played this game for the first time and I haven't played it since until recently because my girlfriend started playing through the game and started asking me questions and I stopped remembering shit and I was like, this is probably a perfect time to replay it because I don't remember anything other than my PS4 constantly blue screen crashing on me. So she's been playing through the game again, and that made me want to replay through the game, and I started that. And then we started watching the anime together in like the span of 3 days. Fucking peak. It was amazing. Um, I also watched Critical Yap about it, and I'm not going to say anything he said, but there's one thing I agree with, which was he also finished it right when it came out in 2021. So I'm very late to this party, this fucking tits out gabanza that the anime is. Um, I do think if the episodes were like 40 minutes, it would have been gas. They needed another 20 minutes to really shell out some stuff. I'm gonna get more into detail and spoil shit. Like when Maine goes through his whole cyber. Oh, wait. Spoilers. It's been out for 4 fucking years. If you bitch about spoilers, get a job. There's something on my fucking screen! I was gonna say something. Oh, Maine. When he's going through his whole cyber psychosis thing, and he's walking out in the middle of nowhere. Hold up, let me show you. So when Maine is out and all this land, this stuff, looking like his younger self, they didn't get to flesh that out enough because obviously we know it's Maine, but we know he's in psychosis right now, like the cyber psychosis, he's going through it all. And he's out in the desert, but we don't know dick all why this is connected to him at all, unfortunately. We barely know shit about why it's connected to him. It's a really cool sequence. This looks really cool. I wish we could have gotten more of this, but we unfortunately didn't, and he went full psycho. That's actually a sick little shot right there. So it just sucks that we couldn't actually see, like, I guess this is his backstory. We couldn't really see his backstory fully, fleshed out. He's just out here in the open, in the desert, and maybe everybody has their own psychosis area, because let's see what David's looked like. I think David's was just the normal world, though. Ooh, I guess he was also... No, because he was fighting in the desert already. So they all had a different, like, cyber psychosis thing, and it connects to you differently, I guess? So I guess this is his, but that's not really where he was. His was more, we weren't really going into the past or getting a, like, insight at all into David's cyber psychosis area, like where his brain took him. But we definitely got to see where Maine's took him, and it took him somewhere in his past. Which was really cool, but we never got to learn any of that. Also, Lucy is a character in this that is also very cool. Lucy's a secondary, not like a secondary character. I would say she's almost the main character. I don't understand why we couldn't have gotten more. Well, I do understand. It's because they didn't have enough time. But a 40-minute episode where they could have, like, dedicated 20 minutes of Lucy's actual backstory with being taken from the street as a kid, working for Arasaka, being, tricked into actually just constantly going through the dead net for them, and becoming, like, this insane net runner we couldn't get as much of that because she just told us a story in like 3 minutes, and it was enough to actually fully understand like what she went through. But I just wish there was more to that. There just wasn't enough. So some people complained about useless nudity. I don't think it was that bad. Yes, it was. Oh my fucking god, Rebecca's got to be the best character in the entire anime. She is the hands down the funniest. It's just a small little woman with big ass hands because she takes Main's arms after he, kicks the bucket. It's just so hilarious because she's so angry all the time. She's the gunner. She constantly has like the biggest fucking guns and everything like that. Here, let me show you some pictures. I really want to stay at your house. This is Rebecca. Rebecca was, yeah, like I said, one of the best characters in the entire anime. She's constantly, in my opinion, the comedic relief, but it's not only comedic relief, you constantly want to root for her. Again, spoiler alert, because this is my character in an anime, or my favorite character in an anime, and I'm not allowed to have nice things. I'm not allowed to be happy. She dies the most gruesome fucking unfair death I have ever seen. And they replayed it. So Adam Smasher smashes her, and they replay it like 3 fucking times. Hold up. So she's here, right? Adam smashes in the sky, and you can see it in the suggested ones below. You know, we'll just watch it. We'll watch it together real quick.
We're having a moment here.
This is her.
Fuck you!
Smash.
Fuck you!
You look like a...
What the fuck? Why? I don't like that. Why'd they have to do my girl like that? Alright, she was hilarious. I want to get more into, like, the character arcs and everything when I review it, but the one major character arc I want to talk about before I wrap up this video is Kiwi's. Kiwi was kind of the distant edge runner from the whole group. Oh, they're a whole group. So David, oh my gosh, I'm trying to not spoil everything, but I also have to make a tier list video on all the episodes. So I don't know how to explain this, but they're a group. David Lonely. Hold up, I got this. David Lonely. David takes something to not be lonely. David should not have taken that. Group find David. They try to take it from David. Realize David mom, badass. Let David stay. Now group. That's basically it. So now they're a group, and Kiwi's part of that group. She's their major netrunner. They have 2 netrunners. They have Lucy, who was the one that was at Osaka, and then they have Kiwi. And Kiwi's like the hacker netrunner girl, and like on screen when she does it all, it's so cool how they do it. If you've played Cyberpunk, you know how all the hacking looks. If you haven't, I'll pull it up real quick. It looks like this, so you have to like get all these numbers, and when you do it in the game, you of course are going slow because you're not a netrunner. But in the universe, the netrunners are like fucking going through this shit like insane. So Kiwi, she has a separate thing, or she's in the group, but she's kind of reserved. She doesn't really talk that much. And then has one of the best character arcs. Not the best, as in a good person, but she has a unique character arc where she the whole time she's teaching Lucy, never trust anybody in this city. Don't ever, we're a group, but don't trust anybody. And then Lucy, of course, trusts Kiwi too much, and Kiwi does a big no-no, big no-no, and has an arc to be a villain, and then realizes that she shouldn't have trusted who she did to go back, so she trusted the wrong people, trying to teach Lucy a lesson to not trust her. She tried to be the wrong person for Lucy to trust. So it kept fucking, you should have trusted me, but then I should have trusted them, and they shouldn't have trusted them, and they should have trusted them. So it built a whole fucking pyramid of not trusting people in Night City, and Kiwi do bad, and then Kiwi realized she got wronged, and then she calls and kind of makes up for it at the end, and she also has a very unfortunate, sad fate as well. But I feel like she redeems herself a little bit in the end. Of course, there's no real... I had to remind myself while watching this, because I really wanted everybody to just live fucking happy lives together, but, like, there's no happy endings in Night City is the whole tagline for everything about the game, so... that kind of sucked. Didn't suck in a bad way, I just mean, like, it was... it grips on your heartstrings. You want everybody to be cool. You want everybody to just be happy together. I didn't want to look up her death. This is her too. She's fucking badass. She looks really cool. The show does a really good job of showing you how things should look in Cyberpunk, in the universe. How the hacking should look. It explains how net running works a lot more than the game did. It makes me understand it more, what breaking the ice means and everything like that. That's something my girlfriend said as well. She was like, this helps me understand how net running worked and how all that stuff was actually supposed to really come across to you in the universe. That was really cool. So I liked how it gave you another more in-depth look onto how it did, because the game couldn't really do it, but the anime did a really good job of showing you how that did work, and also how the universe of Cyberpunk works regardless. It showed you really good. I also thought they did a great job of cyberpsychosis, because I didn't really understand it my first playthrough. Again, it was 5 years ago the first time I played and beat this game, so you gotta bear with me. I was a bit stupid. I didn't really understand it then, but I do a little bit more now, and I thought that it's a really cool concept that I wish the game, even though it has those missions where you need to go subdue the people going through cyberpsychosis because they don't need to die, because they don't know what they're doing. When you're in cyberpsychosis, you're killing shit, but in the real world you're killing people, but in your psychosis you're like being attacked and everything like that. It's actually really close to how the zombies in Left 4 Dead work, but whole nother thing. So in Left 4 Dead here, these are all the zombies. Like when you're infected, you kind of view regular people as like demons kind of type of thing. So that's like how the infection messes with your brain. And I feel like that's similar to how cyberpsychosis works. Is it messes with your brain in a way to where you're doing stuff that you don't realize that you're doing. And you don't have any way of knowing until you wake up. There's a really cool scene where David goes through a whole brain dance of what his cyberpsychosis would look like, because I think if the show opens, or one of the openings is him, it's not an opening, when he gets captured by some BD creator, he goes through somebody's brain dance, and it's a really cool scene. It's really hard to explain because brain dances are still a little confusing, and to be honest, they're much betterly executed in the anime than they are in the game. In the game, BDs are a little bit tedious because they're always tied to some fucking mission, and it's always really hard to go through it and everything like that, and you gotta find audio and fucking temperature and all kinds of stuff you have to scan. But in the anime, they really show you how, like, everyday people can use the BDs and how they are, whether it's for gooning or going through some insane shit like somebody robbing a store or somebody going through cyberpsychosis on just a complete massacre rampage. So that is something I feel like the show did very well, and everything else I want to get into, I really want to wait till I make the whole, tier list video about every episode and getting into everything and how they all begin and stuff like that. But I think it's a really good show. It's worth watching. It's unfortunate that they got cut to 20 minutes for every episode. We don't know when season 2 will come out. I hope it comes out soon. I personally, real quick, to nerd out with it, I would love a season dedicated to Johnny Silverhand's backstory and lore. We do learn some of it in the game, a decent amount actually, but it would be nice to get more. If I'm remembering correctly from the last time I played through the game fully and played all the Johnny scenes, you get some of his backstory, but not enough, not a whole lot. You do get it, like it's on the little plate, this size plate, right? I want this. You get this, but I want this. So hopefully we get this sometime. Who knows? Anyways, yeah, good anime. Watch it.